welcome to ASMR Review. And welcome back, me. And hello, all that are returning and new. Everyone, I have been busy with personal projects and accidentally getting into the Twitch ASMR game hard, all caps. And it's been a wonderful time, so we're going to be here and talk about it. And while we can't run the numbers because it would take too long, and we're here talking about a platform, so today I want to talk about Twitch and the ASMR community over there. Since the ELO review, I've been hanging out on Twitch. I've also been streaming every day at twitch.tv/MitchMatched. It'll be in the description if you'd like to stop by and say hi. I stream around most evenings, Eastern Standard Time, for the past 3 weeks by the time this comes out, probably. And honestly, the growth over there has been insane. There are incredible and welcoming people to the community. If you love ASMR on YouTube, there are many who will interact and give you a more personal experience on Twitch. And if personal isn't the name of the game of ASMR, I really don't know what is. Of course, my last review of Jaytana, which is how you say it, Jaytana, I'm pretty sure I said Jaytana, the entire review. I've known her for about 2 years, and I've been saying it wrong the entire time, so go figure. But that review is a sneak peek into the world. As good as she is, she can't be on all the time, and there are people who scratch a certain itch, and I will be reviewing them soon. But first, I wanted to give Twitch the shout out it deserves, and maybe you know how good it is. I think this overview will mostly be for people who have never immersed themselves into the experience like I have. However, if you know it, I think listening still may have some benefit. First, though, I'd like to talk about kind of the differences between YouTube and Twitch, especially since I started on YouTube and now have kind of moved over onto Twitch, although I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna post things, obviously. I wouldn't be posting this if I didn't plan on staying on YouTube. While YouTube does have streaming capability, and it has gotten better over time, it just doesn't have the culture or discovery around it that Twitch does. Not that Twitch has like a lot of discovery, but it does at least have a recommended section. Because I don't know about you, but I actually have never seen a YouTube live stream recommended to me other than Street Fighter, for Street Fighter League, and Beyond the Double Red Doors, which is Phoenician Sailor's live stream. But even these are extremely rare to pop up, which I do like seeing Street Fighter League and Phoenician Sailor. Although I don't always agree with him, I do like hearing his take. I always come away learning something at least. But anyway, likewise, Twitch has VODs of streams, videos on demand, with clips, which are short, usually 30 seconds. I think they can go up to a minute, which are watched quite a bit. But the live streams are definitely the draw here. Probably obvious statements, if you have even just heard of the two sites. But the biggest difference is in the interaction for me personally. You can really find a community on Twitch. Seeing the same people in different chats, actually real-time talking to the streamer like they are a chat member. Honestly, because they are a lot of the time. Now, not all chats are like this. You'll find ones that you fit into and some that you don't. And some streamers more interactive than others. But take it from me, you will find one. It just takes some hopping around. On YouTube, small creators, you can 100% develop some kind of comment section back and forth with. And comments do truly mean the world as someone who also posts on YouTube. But it's not real time, so it's limited in how much conversation you actually get out of it. But it's a different delivery system as well. YouTube is good for clicking play, letting someone talk or do their thing, and you just watch or listen. Usually. Twitch, you can do that, but only really if they're live, or if you watch a VOD, and then they're responding to people at the time live, and then it feels weird to me watching a Twitch VOD sometimes. Which doesn't mean they're bad. They're just different, a different way of experiencing it. And these may be uploaded to YouTube anyway, so Twitch has built in ways to reward viewers for interacting and just being there, while YouTube has built in ways for creators to enhance the user experience via its studios and tools. So take all that with a grain of salt. We'll more than likely be back to that last sentence later, but I mean, the biggest draw difference, right, is YouTube is a created over time and crafted video, where Twitch is a more personalized live experience. For me, for ASMR, they both have crazy pros and cons. But now we're going to be on to the Twitch specifics, as I feel like the YouTube specifics, I feel like I've kind of hit in other reviews. Now, for ASMR, as alluded to earlier, if some of the most wholesome personal experiences I've ever had being on the internet, I think if you're a decent human being, you'll be able to find this as well. My number one tip to having a good time is to treat each username you see in chat and each streamer you see on screen as another human being. Because 99% of the time, it is. Even things like Stream Elements, Streamlabs, and Nightbot, I'm going to include those on the list because they help out with the stream so much. Butspot will not and will never be included, as it's done me so dirty. But I respect its place on the platform. Until the robots rise up, then all hail our humble overlord of Butspot. I also recommend just watching as if you would on YouTube, and paying attention to how a chat operates, and when you start engaging, start small and try not to jump in on people's conversations too much. Little chime-ins and testing the waters goes a long, long way. And be patient. I know it's not everybody's strongest suit, but it's like making a friend, because sometimes it is. I've ended up playing games with streamers, members of chat, and Discord events to build bonds and relationships. I have too many people that I could shout out here, but if we talked on Discord, you're on that list for sure, and others outside that as well. I wouldn't have ever tried to do this on YouTube in that capacity, and maybe it's how I am as a person, but real-time conversation is much easier than trying to build something based on what can feel like emails and robotic. The only person close enough to this for me has been and was ASMR Chess, and if you're listening, I haven't forgotten about you. Just life took me in a weird direction, then I started streaming, and how all this happened, I have no clue. To start, on Twitch, I think there are excellent places I can point you in, and I will have them linked in the description box. Hopefully they stream for quite a while, and that list never dies. This list has a really nice spread of small to large creators that have different takes and styles, and you can really find what kind of genre and chat you want to explore. Of course, if you want to chat with me while exploring new creators on Twitch, I'm almost always going to be in Jaytana's, Hakune, and RNJ&J's stream. I try to make the other ones. Nana's probably the least, but only because I like to interact, and she has so many people, it's really hard to do. But she's fantastic, and that's not something against her, it's just my own preference. I put her on the list for a reason. There are the obvious huge ones, like Frivy Fox or Frivolous Fox on YouTube, but on Twitch I believe it's Frivy Fox. And GB, but again, not really my style, being that they'll never see me in chat. It's just not gonna happen. Now, the interactables, outside of just chatting and ASMR, the rewards and emotes, these seem innocuous at first, but I think are the bread and butter of Twitch in general, and ASMR streamers really use this to their advantage. After following and watching for a while, you will accrue points to be able to spend on specific and individual requests made from streamers, and sometimes mods, and sometimes the community. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, the streamer will add these. These are effectively loyalty points and rewards for individuals you watch that can be cashed in like tickets at an arcade for toys or prizes or whatever you want to call them. But in this case, the toys are trigger requests that can be denied or changed. Just be aware, but usually there's no problem. Or even aesthetic changes like lighting or message boards, or in even some cases, custom figurines in the background. And of course, the emotes. Twitch now has free emote access to each streamer just by following them, if they choose to use it, but most people do. And if you subscribe, which is $5 USD at least per month, you get to use the tier 1 emotes, which are usually the most common anyway. In my opinion, Hakune Totoro Wiggle may be my favorite emote I could ever want, and I do want it outside of Twitch. I want it everywhere. I want it in real life. And in my opinion, we come to the best part about Twitch for me specifically. As someone who likes seeing a bunch of different personalities, triggers, and effects, raids. Raids are when a streamer takes their community, their current viewers and chatters, and plops them into another live stream. You immediately shift to another streamer, as the other one logs off. Sometimes they do stick around and chat, which is a cool experience on its own too. But now you're in a new stream with all the people you had before, plus more, plus that community that you're now joining. It's like a small chill party online, and most people enjoy the raids and absolutely pop off in the most relaxing way possible. I've seen people get free trigger requests, I've seen them dance, I've seen them have trippy requests on screen, and even cry sometimes if it's a super big deal to them. Happy tears, of course. And it's all in good fun and helps the community grow. And on that note, I think it's the perfect place to leave it. Twitch does so much for the ASMR community, and trust me, there's so many good ones out there. If you know of any good ones, of course let me know down below, and I'll be sure to see you in chat. And there's just too much to talk about on Twitch in general, so I'm sure I've left out some things or comparisons to YouTube where, I mean, they just can't compare. They really can't. They're just two different animals that honestly help each other for a lot of the time, I think. But yeah, even if there's something else that I've maybe missed from the Twitch ASMR community, please let me know. And you guys stay hydrated and have a great one. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for listening, everyone. And if you would consider liking and subscribing, you'd be doing me a favor. Leave me a comment on what you'd like to see next, or what you'd like in general. Be nice, be well, drink plenty of water. I'll see you around.